you're thinking. He had a haircut. How very dare he? Yeah, okay, so let's just get to the point. I have not updated this channel in quite some time, and I felt like I need to give you an explanation as to why. If you've been following me on social media, then you'll know that my laptop, like the only real thing I have computer-wise that works, blew up like a little over a month ago. I had to send it in for repairs, and apparently the motherboard had fried again, which is quite a problem because the same thing happened last year, except last year it was still under the warranty. So yeah, I only got it back like last week-ish, I'm not quite sure. And here's the kicker. It cost me a pretty penny, it cost me quite some money. And I have been subsequently working quite a bit more in order to pay off, because those things aren't cheap when you have to get the entire motherboard replaced. Because, whoa, especially not when the store that gives you a price quote doesn't bother adding in the VAT, which is some kind of an adult thing saying that the government is allowed to ask for more money because you're paying for goods and services. So I wound up spending several hundreds of euros and several hundreds of euros more than I had initially planned. So this is why I haven't done a video, and I know I've got a tablet and I did it a couple of times with the Doctor Who exactlies when I had Series 10 with Bill, but I didn't feel as just doing it for something proper. Plus, I'd already planned some things that I was working on. I was quite literally working on a video that was supposed to come out at the same time as the release of the Nintendo Labo. Yeah, so when did the Nintendo Labo get released again? That's like more than a month ago now. So it's, and I had, of course, I've seen Solo and Deadpool 2, but you know, it's a bit late to the party at the moment, so I don't feel like I could do my random vlogs that some people watch. I hope some people find my opinions interesting. So I don't feel apt doing those at the moment. Aside from that, yeah. TLDR, the podcast thing, it was supposed to actually become more podcast now. Like we've applied for this site that allows you to upload audio files, so we could actually make the thing that's meant to be a podcast more than just a YouTube thing. Mind you, we're not the only people that upload their podcasts solely to YouTube, but you know, beggars, choosers, broaden your horizons, things like that. And I feel bad about the TLDR as well, because it's not meant to be topical and up to date. It's meant to be like a random conversation you can have with any of your friends, you know, down in the pub, and that's the idea behind it, like just a pub talk. So we never really tried to cover recent events, but it feels a bit outdated now. Like, we recorded it in February, I think. When was St. George's Day? You look that up, I won't do it. March. It must have been somewhere in March, I think. And now it's like, okay, where do I pick up the thread? Where were we? Because I usually have everything in the back of my mind, like, where am I going next? Coupled with the fact that, like I said, I'm working a bit more, which includes Saturdays. Because who needs days off in the weekend? Because people need money. And we had some extra bits planned as well, like a Eurovision. I was gonna rope Stewie into doing another E3, except I was gonna streamline a little bit more, because last time I literally covered every game that got a mention. And you know, the football, yeah, I would have loved to talk about the World Cup. Steward's loving the World Cup, by the way, because, you know, football's coming home, probably, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, I am back but this isn't a kick the door down, hi back kind of back just yet. I have to see what I'm doing. I have to work a bit more because bills. But you know, just to let you know, the channel isn't dead. Don't unsubscribe. And this is probably the first time I've ever said that. Don't unsubscribe from me. Unless you want to. You get to, because I don't dictate your life. The only person that's important, that makes the decisions in your life that you have to listen to, is you. Unless you're under 18 and still live with your parents, because things like that sometimes work that way. So yeah, I've got a new series planned, which involves actual game footage, like video games, so there's that. I'll probably still do the Labo thing, but it's gonna take a little while, because it's not meant to be a riff on the Nintendo Labo. It's supposed to be something. It's a secret. So yes, there we go. I don't know how long this video is, because usually my camera tells me, but not this time apparently. So yeah, happy heat wave. It's been bloody hot over here. It's not very Netherlandsy at all. It's been like 30 degrees Celsius, and it's like all my plants are dying. I've got plants in the backyard and the front yard. I haven't got a front yard. I've got plants in pots. It's been bloody awful. So yeah, please, yeah, so do all the things you usually do. Sayonara.